Hello everyone, it's AJ, and today we have a brand new chapter of Bungo Stray Dogs for the new year, because we didn't get one last month, which fucking sucked. But anyway, we are finally closing in for where the anime left off. We're not there yet, but maybe 2 more chapters left, maybe max. Maybe. Hopefully. Because, damn, we need to catch up. But anyway, we got 33 glorious pages to look at, and oh, so much. Oh my god, does some of it like stab me right in the heart and like honestly, the feels. Like, ouch. But anyway, let's dive in because it's been 2 months and frankly I'm fucking excited because all the little extra details are fucking epic. So, let's go. Let's start off with Chuya just being an absolute fucking adorable little bitch. I just love the fact that he's like trying to get the fucking teeth out and then he's having a go at Mori, basically cursing Mori out under his breath, being like, we only wanted to stick them in, not to fucking glue them in. And then Dazai just fucking laughing at him. So it's like, ah yes, good friends. It's like, you're struggling to get your teeth out. Like, nah, I'm just gonna stand here and laugh at you as you're like trying to literally rip out your fucking teeth. It's just so funny because we know that Chuya is like canonically like so fucking strong, and yet he can't get fucking teeth off, like fake teeth off his teeth. I know obviously he's trying to protect his own teeth because obviously naturally he'd probably just go like that and then like take out the actual tooth as well. But it's just funny the fact that he's struggling to get this fucking like tooth off, and it's just like, you're literally one of the most strongest people in this fucking world and yet you can't take it off. Oh, but yeah, so once like Dazai's had his little mini laugh at like Chuya, like Fyodor's still like fucking like stabbed in the like helicopter, and he's just like, oh Fyodor, you're still here, let me just break it down in a fat vid, this was all an act. Ta-da! Oh, cause you know what, I'm just gonna like tell you everything and just make you feel like an absolute twat. Yay! Because you know how the whole lift thing? Yeah. Chuya stopped that with like his abilities and whatnot, and like, see, like the bullet. Yeah, he also done that with his abilities as well, just like kind of slowed it down and whatnot. But yeah, like you wouldn't have saw that though because you wouldn't have seen that on your little monitor. Oops. Oh, but I just love it. That's like just like, yeah, we used to do that trick like all the time, didn't we, Chuya? And Chuya just goes, shut the fuck up. He's still trying to get the fucking tooth off. He's like, I don't fucking care. I'm just more concerned about my own teeth right now. Don't bring me into this. So yeah, so he's going on about like, yeah, you wouldn't have saw that, and also you wouldn't have really cared. You would have saw that there was a bullet, it hit me, and that's all the things that matter. And oh yeah, you know how like the whole like me drowning you kind of thing? Yeah, I didn't really. I know you for a fact you weren't going to drown. That was just a wee distraction. And Fyodor would be like, a distraction? It's like, Fyodor, don't like bite because you're just going to make him talk forever. And what she does. And he's like, oh yeah, I just needed you to injure yourself because that's more important. Because see, the thing is, look at you now. Like, if you weren't injured, you would just be able to fly off by yourself. But no, you had to get injured, didn't you? So then a nice wee vamp has to fly for you. But the thing is, you're not in control anymore. Who's in control? And then we get this fucking sudden little one panel of Bram. Yes. the Bram crumbs gimme. Like, oh, stunning. Gotta love it for like that. Just that one panel. I'm just gonna appreciate this one panel for 2 seconds. Yay. Anyway, so Fyodor just going, oh shit, rightfully so, begins like to basically shit himself as the helicopter then starts to go haywire. And Fyodor just like, oh no. All the while Dazai was just like standing outside just going, farewell Dostoevsky, bye bye. Oh, and then crash, boom, like Fyodor sending himself off by just being like his little religious self, just being like, Eli, lama sabachthani. Or, my god, oh god, why has thou, like, forsaken me? Which then really makes me just want to think of the other song. It's like, why have you forsaken me? Yeah, that's literally everything that just goes through my head. But anyway, so Fyodor just living up to his religious aspects, because that's what he is. Because literally, this panel, like, or double spread, it's technically a double spread, right? And he's looking at it, like, he just sees his impending doom, and does he look fucking scared? No, he's just literally just taking it, and just like, mate, you're not a fucking martyr. Literally, that's what it's like. Like, mate. Anyway. So, boom. And with that, let's cut to inside Poe's books, shall we? Let's go to little baby Fukuzawa and Fukuchi as they're fighting it out. All the while, they're like very worn out, semi-dying older selves are just watching in the corner. Like, yeah. Just like, yeah, we're inside Paul book, and it's like, yeah, Fukuchi's just like, yeah, I kind of want to, like, apologise and, like, explain myself as I, like, bleed out. You know, just as you do. Now, we all know that I don't give a shit about Fukuchi. I really don't. But the thing is, I'm going to have to listen to him for the sake of Fukuzawa, because, frankly, he takes up a lot of this chapter, and I just can't get away with not having to talk about the shit that he says. Because, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the manga explains more than what the anime did. And I really hate that, because that means I have to talk about it more. And that makes me doubt things, and I don't like it. But yeah, so anyway, let's dive into the shit he says. So, he goes like, yeah, like, my job's done, like, the UN is going to be voting in favour of, like, the army of mankind, and, like, you know, like, so that, like, this doesn't happen again, so, like, whoever has, like, one order, basically just, like, control all of the world's military, like, it's all going to be good and whatnot, and then, like, because I just goes, like, but you didn't do this for world domination, like, you did it so that you could get rid of war, and it's just like, oh, shit. Then he's just like start to fight this through, and it's like, no, it's a trap, Fukuzawa, it's a trap. Yes, I'm still like that, it's a trap. But anyway, we're going to cut to Kunikida waking up, and it's like, yes, good. Now this has one of the extra bits as well, and I really like this scene, even though technically the little bit that's added on annoys me, because I like it, and it's impactful, but I hate it. So, Ashley explains to Kunikida when he wakes up, it's like, hey, by the way, you've still got the drug in you, so just like, take it easy and whatnot. But basically, the machine that yours were hooked to, if it was like, oh, you're gonna die, if it unhooks or whatnot, no, it's actually like healed you and shit, and like, you were gonna be fine if it was turned off. And then Ashley like, goes, Fukuchi never intended to hurt anybody. Like, so that bit's not like in the anime, so that wee bit is like, he never planned to hurt anybody. Which kind of hits, and I hate it. And I will rant about that later. But yeah, so he goes on about that. And then it follows on, because obviously, Ashley knows because Teruku told him everything, because obviously Teruku knows everything. And then he goes on and is like, oh, like, the pain of, like, holding this for, like, 36 years and, like, knowing what could have happened and, like, trying to build up to this moment. So then, with that, we cut back to the oldies. And And Fukuchi's just like, yeah, so you know how my OP sword that I really, like, just destroyed people with, even though I rightfully should have lost, but if it wasn't for this sword, yeah. So, it gave me a coded message, like, a million billion years ago, i.e. 36 years ago, being like, hey, by the way, like, so there's going to be like a big global world war, and well, like 210 million people are going to die from it. So yeah, so Fukuzawa, tell me, what would you have done if you'd had this information for 36 years? And with that, we cut back to Murzon. We have the wreckage. What would be Fyodor's death? I am still in denial. I don't think he's completely dead, but anyway. I still think there's ways about it. Oh, but yeah. I just love that Chuya basically goes, hey, is that anemic son of a bitch actually dead? Like, Chuya! You sassy fucking bitch. I love it though, because literally the next panel, Dazai fucking matches his energy by like holding up the fucking hand, right, and arm, but he's doing it by the fingers and literally touching his like little as he can because he doesn't want to touch the actual fucking ripped off arm from the wreckage. Like, sorry. But I just love it, he's just like, yeah, he's very much deed. Look at this fucking arm. Not that he's like swinging it around or anything like that, but that would be... I'm just thinking how bad it would have been if, like, he took the fucking arm and then started, like, propelling my foot. I'm a terrible person, but anyway. So he's like, yeah. Dazai's like, yeah, for certainty, like, Fyodor's deed. And then, oh my god, Nikolai. Oh no. Now, this hurts so much. So Nikolai comes out and he's like, is he actually dead? And then you get these sad as fuck panels of him. Oh, I just can't. Like, it hurts. Like, it was bad enough seeing him sad in the anime. Harakawa just went, oh, do you think, like, this is bad? No, I'm gonna make it so much worse. I'm gonna make him look so sad. Because Dazai's like, you, like, congratulations, Nikolai, like, you wanted to kill him, didn't you? And he goes, yeah, I did. And he's like, no, actually, no. Wait. And then Chuya, who is so fucking fed up, just goes, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? And then Dazai looking at him, like, not at, like, technically he's looking at Nikolai, but, like, it's just the panel of them two next to each other, and, like, Dazai's so done as well, like, you could just tell, he just went, like, the deep sigh in Chuya's comment. Like, Chuya, you do understand what he's talking about. You're just so fucking done and want home, like, it's a mood, I get that, that's just, like, I think that's kind of like us in the fandom now, because it's like, right, we really just want to get by the anime stuff, so it's kind of like, well, like, come on. So, yeah, Chuya's kind of a mood. And then just to make things worse, Nikolai just starts talking about Fyodor, being like, yeah, Fyodor and I, like, exchanged very few words, but, like, as soon as I met him, like, my life changed, and, like, just like he said, like, I basically just started, like, I began fighting to lose myself, and then look at me now. And then this panel! Oh my god. The breakdown, I hate it so much. Like, ow, 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 ow. Just like him holding Fyodor's arm, looking so fucking devastating. Like, and then they say, like, now all I want, it's just, like, you can, like, hear the, like, the breakdown, because he just can't fucking talk. Honestly, it crushes my fucking soul. Like, thought it was sad, like, looking at the anime, it's like, oh, look at Nikolai holding Fyodor. That's like, no, this is fucking devastating. Like, I feel so bad. Even though, like, I'm very much, like, on the grounds of Fyodor ain't dead, because Nikolai is there. Nikolai could have easily just faked it, because obviously when we first met Nikolai properly, right, he got himself sawed in half. So, he knows how to fake a fucking death. So, all Fyodor's done is lost an arm, if he has actually lost his arm. Like, Fyodor can fucking deal with having one arm, or if he comes back, he can have a nice, cool mechanical arm, whatever. But we don't see anything else. All we see is the arm, and that's it. So, there is a way for him to come back, because we don't see a body, and it's kind of like in sci-fi and stuff like that. If you don't see the body, they're no dead. So, it works here. But it's still devastating. Like, my poor boy. Oh, I hate that for him. Even if he's acting, right? Which we know he's a good actor and stuff. It's still fucking hard to think if there's that slight possibility it could be true. See if it is true, it's going to be so much worse. Like, see if it's, like, later down the line, it's really, really confirmed that he's, like, Fyodor's dead. that panel is going to be so much worse. Like, in hindsight, it's going to be so much worse. Oh, but anyway, let's move on, right? So whilst all that heartbreaking, heart-shattering shit is going down, right? I've just got, like, Dazai and Chuya just, like, staring at them, just like, yeah. And Chuya actually pulling up Dazai for not making any witty comments. I was like, love that for you. Especially because then Dazai goes, nah, not today. It's like, Dazai's growing. Look at the boy growing up and like having compassion. Oh, love it. Love to see it. And with that, they try and head home, which means it is bye-bye Mursong, potentially. Who knows? But basically, under the impression, Mursong is now over. Nothing else is going to happen. So thank you, Mursong, for everything that you did. All the pain that you gave. All the tears. I fucking loved it. I just need another arc like it because, frankly, it's my favourite. And I know it's just going to ruin me if there's another one. Yay! So, with that, Mursong goes bye-bye, and we go back to the book. We're back to the oldies once again because Fukuchi needs to explain everything even more and ask more philosophical questions because why not? So once again, like I said, the manga goes a little bit more into detail about Fukuchi's reasons. Still hate it, but still need to talk about it because it's the end of this chapter and it's like a good amount of pages, so I can't unfortunately pass it over. But anyway, starting with the other questions because Fukuchi just really loves asking all these like philosophical fucking questions. Like, why was he in the army and shit? I know obviously he got this message to basically be in the army and shit, like to try and like prevent this world war, right? But like he should have just become like a philosophist or a sociologist and whatnot. Like with all these deep ass fucking questions. He was in the wrong career, this is why. If Fukuchi just went into the right career choice, this wouldn't have happened. It would have somehow happened, like, because I don't know, this world probably still would have happened, it just would have been somebody else. But yeah, so it goes on like, right, what is war? And like, because like, see nowadays, would you expect like the Japanese prefectures to like go against each other like as they would have done like a good amount of years ago? And it's like, no, that wouldn't happen. And it's like, but why is that? And it's like, well, we've all got common ground and everything like that now, and like all these kind of like rules and regulations and whatnot, we're all in like kind of equal playing fields and stuff like that. And it's like, exactly, we all became an us instead of being like an us and an them. And it's like, see, it's like, that's what war needs. It needs an us and an M. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, Fukuchi. See, if it was like anyone else explaining it, it would be fine. But because it's him, I fucking hate it. Because he's, like, technically right. I hate it. Oh, right, but I'm trying to do this for Fukuzawa. That's literally how I'm getting through this. It's like, right, do this for Fukuzawa. Do it for him. I just need that fucking Simpsons meme and it's just 100 fucking Fukuzawas. Oh, but anyway. Stupid jokes aside. So Fukuchi just basically being like, right, so why can't we just like eradicate the us and the them and then everyone can just kind of come together, you know, just naturally come together and then war will just go bye-bye. And like he goes on to say like, yeah, I'm just impatient for that to happen so naturally, so I'm just gonna force it to happen. And frankly, if I could like bring it forward like 10 years earlier, even 1 year earlier, right, I just want it done, so then nothing like this can happen ever again. And also I really want to prevent this world war that's apparently going to happen like now. And with that, we get another little scene change, and I like this little change because, so it's back to like, we see little young Fukuchi and Fukuzawa, right? But it starts off with Fukuzawa in the tree, right? And Fukuchi just being a little bitch and a wee brat and like shaking the tree so that Fukuzawa like falls out, right? But Fukuzawa obviously being like the king that he is, like grabs onto the branch and then casually falls down and goes in a fucking huff. Fukuchi is brilliant. I needed that animated. That would have been so much fun just to see, because as much as obviously I hate Fukuchi, see this fucking scene is so fucking adorable. I hate the fact that I love it so much. Because then it gives more context for when Fukuchi comes with like the stolen food and then the tea. Be like, hey, so is like pals again? And obviously, like initially like Fukuzawa doesn't want the food, but then because of the tea, it's like, I need the tea. I just love the fact that Fukuzawa was like a wee softie for tea. It's like he's just got a weakness for it. And like Fukuchi's just being like, oh, do you want to go back to those days? It was just so simple and just so nice. And it's like, but you kind of committed a crime with me, so so yeah, Fukuzawa will commit crime just to have some tea. What a man. But I just love like those little scenes. They're actually adorable. Even just like them like enjoying the food and the tea, and it's like, and them having a laugh. It's like, oh no, they're adorable. This sucks. It really does. Especially because I hate one of them so much. Oh, if only that kid knew what was going to happen. Oh, but Fukuzawa just like ruining the mood, just be like, yeah, you know, Fukuchi, like, see what you're proposing? It's not, like, it's never gonna fucking happen. Like, you can't unite humanity. Right? Fucking Fukuchi. Like, he just doesn't stop with these questions because he's just like, yeah, let me just keep asking you, like, another question. As I still continue to bleed out, I'm literally, like, asking you questions as you see my bloodied hand. But anyway, so you know sociologist Max Weber. I unfortunately do because, yeah, I had to fucking study him like a decade ago. Like, fuck me, man. But anyway, you know this guy, this lovely little German guy? Yeah, well, he talked about, like, the monopoly of violence. And in which, like, a community of people, like, are deemed, like, demand, like, a legitimate use of violence. And basically, you know how, like, that could relate to what is the state? Because this is the lovely philosophical question that I've asked you, and let's bring that back to, yeah, basically a state is any person that has the, like, legitimate use of violence. So, what is that in modern day life? Oh, it's like your militaries, the police. Oh, this part, I love this part. It's so fucking shady. I love it. And then he just goes, like, Fukuchi says, because I was like, the ADA has an armed license, does it not? And then it's just because I was just thinking of, like, Kunikida, and it's just like, because obviously Kunikida, like, gets all the fucking guns in, like, Dead Apple and stuff like that, like, oops. Like, I just love the fact that Fukuzawa can't even fucking argue at that point because he's right. But it's so fucking shady. I just love the dig. It's just, I just realised I just complimented Fukuchi. You know it's bad when I'm complimenting Fukuchi because that was a great fucking dig. Because he's like, yeah, you're not that better, bitch. And then he goes on, so how do we eradicate this style of state that basically just, like, dominates what, like, this world could be and whatnot? Oh yeah, one order, bitch! So yeah, the leader of the army of mankind will have, like, one order to, like, immobilize, like, all, like, military use, like, around the world so that this shit doesn't happen again, because this is the shit that I created to make sure that it doesn't happen again. It's like, here, I've made this template for you. Don't fucking do this. And, like, it really hits Fukuzawa hard, like, just in that moment, about everything that Fukuchi has done to create this moment. Like, the fact that he went off to war, like, went to, like, to do, like, the stain and whatnot, and, like, really grew to hate it, to then find ways in which to eradicate it, to which, like, he basically had to create a whole fucking global terrorism, like, attack, like, act and whatnot, so that, like, the United Nations and whatnot would make a big deal out of it, to then potentially make this whole, like, army of mankind to then deal with this kind of stuff. Like, it hits him hard. And I think at this point, it probably hit, like, everyone else, like, really hard. Like, see, with all, like, this discussions and whatnot, which was, like, why a lot of people swapped from, I don't like Fukuchi, to, oh no, now I feel sorry for him. Don't worry, I'm still not in that boat. Spoilers. But he goes on to say, like, yeah, so, like, everything is, like, set into motion. Like, I've set up the building blocks. Now, all that needs to happen is this, so that then the book will take over, and then everyone will just naturally think that everyone should be united. Yay! And then figures out just being the bitch that he is, just being like, yeah, that's not really logical in the slightest, because that is basically a dictatorship. Because if one person is the one person with one order who has control over all military units and whatnot, that is just a dictatorship. That is shit, because we all know that dictatorships don't work in the long run. They're not great. And then Fukuchi goes, yeah, you're right. So then what do you think I got you to use one order? I'm like, fuck off. He's like, that's why I needed you to use it. So, here's the sword. Take off my head, which will then make you the hero of this whole terrorism act, right? And then become the leader of the army of mankind. And that's the end of the chapter. We are so close to the end of, like, the anime arc. We're so fucking close. But I'm not gonna lie, with it being such a big chapter, I was kind of hoping for a double death. I was hoping for Fyodor's death and Fukuchi's death. But no! I have to wait till fucking next month. I'm so gutted. I wanted a double death. But damn, we got a fucking good ass chapter anyway. And it's nice with the little extra tidbits, like, that are different from the anime. But one of the things I have to rant about, because it's me, and it's I haven't gave enough hate to Fukuchi. Because I'm not changing. I'm sticking to that I don't like the ban. Because when Achashi says, oh, like, he didn't intend to hurt us or anything like that. Right. Why did Fukuchi, like, set out not to harm the ADA, right? But he hurt his own fucking men. Like, why was that not, like, extended to the hunting dogs, right? His own men that he, like, trained and shit, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, like, and yeah, technically in, like, the next chapter, he goes on and he's like, oh yeah, I have, like, I set, like, a maximum or something, like, of 500, like, casualties or whatnot. Why, within, like, the 500 casualties, right, why did it have to include your own men? Like, no! Like, why does anyone in the ADA get a pass, right? But your own men don't. Sorry, but no, like, bullshit. I still don't appreciate that in the slightest. I see that, like I said, that line, that wasn't in the anime, but it's impactful. That is what makes me actually technically hate him more. Because if he properly didn't set out to hurt them, right? Why did Juno and, like, Tachihara have to go for a shit? It's not fair. Justice for them. Like, I'm gonna calm down because I just want that. No. I'm so annoyed. And I know I'm going to be alone and people are going to be like, you're being a twat, because everyone's forgiven them for the most part. Like, you're just kind of beating a dead horse at this point. I don't fucking care. This just annoys me. Like, it was so unnecessary. Like, if you, like, why out of the 500 people did they have to be included? Like, no. No. It's not fair. Not fair. Fuck that. But anyway, so I'm going to stop now. Because next month, obviously, we're going to have a lot of that scene. We're going to have that death. And spoiler alert, I'm going to be celebrating. I'm sorry to all the Fukuchi lovers. I'm just going to be honest. So at least you know what to expect. And why is my seat going down? Oh, my seat is dying. Right, I need to try and straighten up now because I don't have time to fix it. Right. So, we will be back next month, obviously, with the next chapter. Oh, it's so good to have things back again. Like, see, after 2 months, it feels so long. Even though, like, it's just, like, 1 month off, right? But why does 2 months always feel so long? Like, it hurts. but at least we got like a brilliant ass chapter to come back to, like 33 fucking pages. Like, I think it would have been so, like, soul destroying if we came back and it's like, here's 10 pages. It's like 2 months! Oh, but anyway. So, let me know your wee thoughts down below. What did you think of the chapter? And, we'll be back for more pain for the rest of the year. Hopefully, like, after next month, maybe 2. I think it's going to be 2 chapters. And then we'll get into the new shit. So I think I've kind of predicted it very well, because I think after the anime happened, I think I said that we'd maybe get new content in April or May. So I think I've maybe guessed correctly for once. Oh my god, shock. Imagine me being correct for once. Actually, it's probably still not going to happen. I've said that now and it's not going to happen. It's going to be fucking June. Anyway, so we'll be back then with more Bungo content. I have a fuck ton of it. I have a big ass playlist that you can dive through if you wish. We'll be back in a few weeks anyway for the 15 chapter, because I've been covering them as that comes to its close at some point. We're nearing the end and shit's getting good. Like, oh. So, yeah. So if you like this kind of content, like, comment, and subscribe. I would highly appreciate it. And as always, there will be more Bungo stuff to come. So anyway, until next time, I'm AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.